Good up.
This is Channel 253.
On this episode of the Grit and Grain podcast.
So how many taps you gonna have?
We're gonna have 12 beer taps, 4 cider taps, and then 4 wine taps.
Who's installing it?
Oh,
Funk Busters.
that
We're
is the right
super
answer.
Yeah, we're excited.
Channel 253 is member supported. I'm producer Doug Mackey, and I hope you will show your support by going to channel253.com/membership and join. Thank you.
Welcome to the Grit and Grain podcast, where we explore and celebrate the craft beer industry, community, and history in Tacoma, Washington, and surrounding Pacific Northwest areas. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's get to it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Grit and Grain podcast, coming to you from Peaks and Pints event room in Tacoma's beloved Proctor District.
He's coming in hot today.
He is coming.
My name is Ron Swarner, and I have grabbed Matt McLaren's mic. It slipped out of my hand due to a residue from his homemade Spanish olive oil. But I quickly grabbed it, and I'm here to captain the USS Grit and Grain this week, while Matt's in Seattle helping panelist chefs prepare today's Wagyu and oyster immersion. With me is former Pacific Brewing and Malting head brewer Bethany Carlson, who now co-owns the Funk Busters line cleaning business. Are you stoked that rollerblade season's coming?
Rollerblade season is here. I actually bought new rollerblades recently.
Really?
Yeah, they're new K2s. Which is Seattle-based company.
K2, not
yeah, the snowboards
ski?
and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, they
do rollerblades?
Extra long.
They were one of
diversified.
I can't say they were like the original rollerblade people, but yeah, they've been doing rollerblades
Oh, I
for a
didn't know
long
that.
time.
That's
and I had
cool.
like a pair that I think was from like the 90s, and I just got myself a new pair. So yes, hello everyone, and I am excited for rollerblade season.
Are they
Awesome.
are they like a cool color and like do they have like flames on the side or
I have
something?
them.
Or?
You can look at them when you they're in the back of my trunk
Oh my
always,
gosh.
you know. So
Just
you can
in
look
case.
at them after if you want.
I'm excited.
Peaks and Pints bartender and invoice wrangler Phaedra Miller is on the mic too. What's up, Phaedra? What did you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? I thought about this and how much I wanted to share. Went to Tillamook, Oregon for the invitational celebration anniversary of
The Guard.
that was
Their
it.
12th year.
Lots of beer.
Oh, you guys both went.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Aaron.
And Aaron. Yeah. It was fun.
was not a bad beer.
No,
Not even close
Not
to being
even.
bad.
There was nothing that you needed to pour out or nothing. It was delicious.
It's invitational,
It
so
was-
from around the world. The sours are heavy Belgium. There were amazing
man.
stouts. All the New England hazies were there. It was really, really fun. I highly recommend it.
It was.
I hope they do it next year.
I hope so too. That was. Yeah.
Is Tillamook is that an easy drive? It's a quick drive.
Wasn't bad.
It wasn't
I mean,
bad.
yeah. What was it? 3-ish
3-ish.
hours.
Yeah. There were some missed turns, but other than that,
And just a stone's throw from the ocean as well.
yes,
As
we're
Ron
forced
found
to
out.
drive you guys.
Yes, Ron was forced to drive
Yes.
to the coast.
How do you have any missed turns with GPS these days? How do you?
Well, you don't if you don't use it.
Oh, okay.
I was going from memory. I didn't, as you know, I don't have the greatest memory.
And there you have it.
Next to Phaedra on the 1-2s is producer Doug. What's up, Dougie Fresh?
I am ebullient.
Okay, let's move on. Our special guest for episode 143 is Parker Rash,
Hi, Parker.
owner and head brewer of Narrows Brewing in Tacoma. But before we start to talk about fishing and beer, what are you drinking, Parker?
I am drinking the Larrabee Pilsner.
Oh,
They
wow.
are great.
Mhm.
I haven't had a bad beer from them.
Yeah,
It's
good
true.
stuff.
The Northtown, I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic.
We talked to them a few episodes back,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
not too
Yeah.
long ago.
Good stuff.
Very
Phaedra,
good.
what are you drinking?
I'm drinking the Deep Six Double IPA
In the 19-2.
in a 19.2.
I'm drinking
Yes,
the same
very
thing.
good.
I was. Now it's gone.
It's delicious.
Smells
Thank you.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Are
Right.
all your doubles going to be in 19-2s?
No, this is like a trend where joining.
There's more.
It's the 19.2 segment is like one of the few growing craft segments in like the nation. So we adapted our canning line to be able to do 19.2s. And so we have two. We have Deep Six, which is a just regular or double IPA. And then we have a hazy double IPA called King Tide.
Yeah.
That one's 9.9%.
Yeah, that was out right before this one.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's the, what did you say? It's the fastest growing what?
It's like the
Like
only growing craft beer segment.
Thanks to Blue
So
Ranger.
it used to, I mean, well, remember the 22 bombers? Like that was cool. And then like everyone went away from that. And now we're coming back with the
Yeah.
19.2s.
Yeah,
That's
it
cool.
seems like it's just the high ABV stuff that moves really well in like C stores and grocery stores, which it's strange. But
Opposite of what it used to be. It used to be in those, right? Like the light, easy drinking
Right.
stuff. It's like, we're going to do the opposite.
Yeah.
But you always
Yeah.
get the customer
It's an
that comes
attractive
in and
can
says,
too.
yeah.
Yes.
thank you.
Well, we'll
your
get into the
strongest-
new design
What's your
later.
strongest beer?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
I
that's
wanna
what
talk about
that's
the
all they
brand.
care about. They don't even
Branding too.
care what style it is. They just want to know what's your strongest beer. Like,
Yeah, we really want to
Yeah.
put our Highway 16 lager in it
yeah.
because that's what we all want to drink out of a 19.2. That's like the right serving
Yeah.
size, I
Yeah.
think. But again, nobody wants to buy it, unfortunately.
It's a good shareable size if
I'd
you
buy
wish.
Well, Parker, welcome to the Grit and Grain.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Before we get into the new tap room opening up down the street and what you've done at Narrows, I thought we'd dive into your past a little bit.
Oh, good.
So your father, Gordon Rush,
Yeah.
was born in Enumclaw but raised in Tacoma. He met your mom, Tracy, in high school. At age 19, your dad was a commercial fisherman in Bristol Bay, Alaska, where he earned enough money for your parents to buy their first house in Tacoma's North End in 1985. 2 years later, he founded what would become a very successful real estate and development company, Rush Companies. Down the road came you and your sister, Melissa. In 2012, you headed to the University of Colorado in Boulder. My long-winded question is, how have your parents influenced your path to success?
Wow. That's a great
Jeez.
question.
Do you feel all
Are you
exposed
sweating?
and
A
I'm
little
sweating.
bit. It's amazing what you can find on the internet.
a little scary?
Yeah. My parents have been like the best parents you could ask for. They've been super supportive in me and my sister, like following our dreams and not being forced into a family business. I tried it out, and my dad and I get along much better when we don't work together. So, yeah, beer has always just been like a very deep-seated passion of mine, and him and my mom were very supportive when I had the opportunity to buy Narrows.
So you're a commercial fisherman. He's
True.
a commercial. Did he inspire you?
Yeah, but never forced me.
Really?
Yeah, I've been doing it for 10 years now, and there's a lot of 50 to 60-year-old men with their young sons on the boat, and he never did that. He was like, if you want to go, you can, and I didn't go up until I was 20 after he had retired from fishing, and it was just like, maybe that was like the perfect way to influence your kid to go do something is like not force them at all. And then I was like, I got to go do this. I've heard so much, and I fell in love with it. I mean, fishing is so fun.
You take about 2 months out of the year to do it, huh?
Yeah.
Going
Yeah.
to Alaska every summer?
Yeah. I'm Bristol Bay. We're gill netting for sockeye salmon. It's kind of a rodeo every year. It's chaos, but
Nice.
it's really fun.
I've heard it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I've never been, but
So you began homebrewing when you were a teenager.
That's correct.
What are the pros and cons of doing that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I did one batch when I was 16 at the station U Brew. And the guy, I don't remember his name, unfortunately, but he was like very welcoming and was like, yeah, you can do the whole thing. Your parents have to pay for the beer when it's done, and you can't touch the yeast. So we did the entire process except for pitching yeast. And I was like totally hooked at that point. But I didn't really get into home brewing until college, when I didn't have to like hide it from my parents.
Yeah, I was wondering how did homework and school dances work out with? I mean, did you give some up to brew?
Maybe the homework not so good. The dances really well.
Yeah, exactly.
why couldn't you touch the yeast?
That's my question. What
It's-
was that?
Legally, it's not alcohol or beer until yeast is in the wort. So he was totally within his legal bounds to have me mash in and open valves and stuff. But as soon as yeast was in the product, then it became alcohol by the law, and then it would be a minor in possession, I think.
Technically, it doesn't.
I know. I know.
Actually.
That's so funny. Like, we got to pick one of the ingredients, and minors cannot touch it. The yeast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what did you study in Boulder besides skiing and Avery Brewing?
I got a bachelor's of fine arts in ceramic sculpture and economics. So
Nice, I'm economics too.
yeah.
Nice.
What
I
a combo.
Didn't sculpt. I sculpt supply and demand curves.
Yeah.
You didn't want to stay in Colorado.
No, I miss the water way too much.
Tell me about it, man.
Yeah, it's so dry.
Dry and brown. Although Boulder's a little bit better. It's not.
Yeah,
my dad lives in
mountains.
Denver, so it's just
Yeah, mountains there, right?
Yeah,
No
they're-
water.
Yeah.
depends on where you are.
Here we get mountains
Denver's
a lot.
honestly more of a plain city than it is a mountain
Mhm.
city.
Yeah. The
It's
front
right-
range, you can see the front
right
range.
next to
and then
them. but-
Yeah.
every day at 4 p.m., the winds kick up and blow coolers off the top of buildings, and it just gets mayhem. And then for 20 minutes, and then it's bright and sunny again. It's crazy.
Did that happen to you?
I lived there for a year, on and off, and it was crazy.
Did you have styrofoam coolers?
No, like air conditioning units. I literally was looking down and I saw the wind take
I
one
was
off.
like picturing like a cooler. Do you know, like a
No. But you started your fishing company while you were in college, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
started fishing when my first season was on someone else's boat when I was 20, and then my parents loaned me some money, and I bought a gill netter when I was 21, and yeah, I've been doing it ever since.
Wow. What's the name of your boat?
It's called LD.
What's the name of your amber?
Yeah, the amber's named after the boat, which is named after a dog.
There's a math property there. I
Yeah.
just don't know. And so you graduate and you didn't join your father's and their friend's business that they just opened called Narrows Brewing.
No, and I did not. I graduated, worked for rush companies for a year,
Okay.
banging nails,
Yeah.
and learned a lot, enjoyed it, but I enjoyed the physical side of it and didn't have a whole lot of interest in like progressing beyond the banging of nails. So, and then I started working at Lowercase because I knew I wanted to pursue beer and tried to get a job at Narrows, but it didn't quite work out how I wanted. So, brewed at Lowercase for.
So when you were at Lowercase, did you feel small or did you capitalize on the experience?
That was good.
He stayed up all night thinking about that one.
No, I found out at 11 o'clock today that I was doing this.
That's even better. I love it.
Okay, so you're at Lowercase. What year is this then?
2017,
Okay, and then what?
I believe.
And you're making loggers.
Megan Loggers and Michael Mirage's IPAs at the time.
Cool.
Yeah, that was fun. Got to learn a lot from both of them. John is like
Yeah.
a brainiac. He knows everything. It's pretty cool having him on speed dial.
We had them both on the podcast, and they talked about the ghost in the brewery too.
Oh.
Did you see it?
No, I did not see it. But did that show up after they moved in, or because
I
they
can't
started living
remember.
there for a while?
Yes, they were living there, and that's when they saw the ghost.
Okay, yeah. I never spent the night there.
So you work at Lowercase. Did you enjoy it?
I loved it.
And
Yeah.
so that inspired you to go to Cal Davis, to the
Yeah.
brew school.
Yep. And went to brewing school at Davis in the beginning of 2020, and everything got shut down in March. And so we went online for brewing school, which was kind of a bummer, but Davis was more theory than hands-on anyway. They have
Interesting.
They have some like brewing lab stuff, but it's a pretty minor part of the program.
Okay.
So I felt like I still got quite a bit out of it. And then, because of COVID, everyone that owned Narrows wanted out. They were sick of it. It wasn't making any money.
Yeah.
And so they sold it to me at a pretty good deal,
Excellent.
which was nice.
Yeah. When you were at UC Davis, did you meet Charlie Bamforth?
I did. Yeah. Wow. He's as cool as he sounds when he reads
Pope
his
of
Audible
Foam.
books. Yeah, the Pope of Foam. Yeah. Yeah. He's a great guy. I really enjoyed his classes.
He went on to Sierra after that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was like splitting time. Yeah, he was working for Sierra when I was there, but
okay.
it was like he was still teaching brewing science and malt, I believe, the malt classes.
Nice.
How long is that program at Davis?
It's like a semester. So
Oh, okay.
I think we started early February and it went till May.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was picturing it.
I was thinking it was longer than that too.
Yeah.
Open another one.
What are you drinking now, Bethany?
I'm gonna open the Narrows Light Lager.
Parker, what's in the Narrows Light?
Cup for you.
It's Pilsner malt, Hallertau Middle Fruit, and a little bit of rice.
Are you brewing a lot there, or you're?
Not as much. We hired AJ Baird, who he started in 22, I believe.
Okay.
And he's like our R&D production manager, R&D brewer / production manager. And so we have full-time brewers that are doing all of the production work, and he oversees them and does all of the pilot batches.
Okay. And Zach's still there.
Zach is still there.
Zach from day one.
Day one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Joe Walt was there, and Zach and he's.
Joe Walls.
Yeah, remember Joe?
I totally remember Joe.
Yeah, team from Ale Asylum, and he
He's
was the
great.
founding brewer.
Mm-hmm. Still is great, I'm sure.
I'm sure he was.
He's still around. Went to the Midwest.
So Zach and Mary are the only hold-ons from opening.
Yeah.
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 And Mary still runs the tap room.
Mary runs the tap room. She'll be overseeing the one on Proctor as well.
Okay. Nice.
Excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I can see her more.
Yeah. 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 I'm very excited about all of it. And like, my wife and I would not be opening a second tap room if it wasn't for Mary. Like we don't know what we're doing. So much of this is making it up as you go.
And her experience is vast. I mean, she
know.
was running wine bars back in the day. Yeah, she's seen a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't know any of her history.
Yeah, she was at Chris Blondin's wine shop downtown. That's when I first met her, way back when.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Way back when.
Yeah.
So, yeah, can we talk about the new tap room?
Well,
Or no, you still got history to
He
go?
has a plan.
my plan's going really fast.
It's okay.
This lager is really good.
Thank you.
It is nice and light. I like it.
Yeah.
Easy to drink and
Should be a
see.
crusher.
I would buy that in the bigger one, but
What did you drink growing up? Besides your home brew?
We drank a lot of Rainier in high school, but I was always into craft beer. Like, what's that? Pyramid made the Snow Cap Winter Ale, I believe.
It was always on tap at the Swiss.
I never went there. I never got in there, but we had a few gas stations that would. Apparently, I looked 21 when I still don't look 21.
Yeah.
But they sold it to us, so yeah, it was great.
Snow cap was your thing.
Snow Cap, Pyramid Hef was up there too.
Which high school?
I went to Charles Wright.
Okay.
Yeah, over University Place area.
Right. Yeah. I was at Lakes.
Nice.
Across the creek.
Yeah, yeah.
And so your wife's part of the organization. She's the operations manager.
Yeah.
And you got married.
We did get married. Yes. Yeah. We got married in September. She came on at Narrows in, God, I'm so bad with dates, 2023, I believe.
Okay.
She was working at the corporate office for Tommy Bahama.
Huh.
And it was like a sad day for her, which I was so surprised by. I just didn't think people liked corporate jobs, and she loved it. So
Was it based in Maui?
no, Tommy Bahama is from Seattle,
Oh,
which no one knows.
I didn't know that.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that either.
They're headquartered in South Lake Union.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's strange.
Yeah.
But
Right next to Filson?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Their
It's
marketing
close.
is working. Their marketing's working if we all think it's in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not in the Bahamas.
Or
oddly
yeah.
enough.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
What does she do for Narrows then?
She is like operations manager. She manages all the books and like is the money controller. So
Lauren?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Lauren. Yeah.
Nice.
She doesn't let us spend as much as I want to.
Are
There's
you,
always new
That's
gadgets.
a good thing to have.
are you still cellaring underneath the building?
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you got going on?
We have a couple barley wines in port barrels still. And then we have like 10 bourbon barrels of stout down there. We're just waiting for the day to make them or sell them or whatever. But yeah, they're all like 2.5 to 4 years old. So soon, I
Fun.
think we'll be releasing them.
Yeah. Did you ever put beer in a barrel and float it in the water underneath the building?
No, but one time there was a king tide that came up and floated a bunch of them unintentionally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So underneath the building is like essentially the beach that they poured some concrete on. And the tide comes up to the door that gets you in. And sometimes it's like 4 feet deep. And we had this one huge tide, I think 2 years ago. And it was chaos down there. But I don't know. We've tasted all the beers. They don't taste salty. So
It's all good.
The barrels. So there's barrels down there. No,
Yeah.
you're not talking about kegs. Like
No,
barrels.
yeah, barrels.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And once you bought it, you extended into the other next door space, which is like what? How many square feet is that? Like 28,000, something like that?
Huge.
It's a huge building. Yeah, it's a massive warehouse.
Do you ever worry that it's going to all fall down on those pilings?
Yeah, I do.
Because you're expanding and you're putting more things in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way they manage it right now is the pilings just keep sinking slowly,
Okay.
and then they support the floor and put more blocking in, and they just pilings keep going down, and the building stays the same level.
Interesting.
It's one of the most beautiful views in this town.
It's a
To drink
wonderful
beer
spot.
and at the Tacoma Narrows Bridge and the waterway. It's glorious.
Yeah, it's great. It's hard to beat in the summer. The winter gets a little gloomy.
Yeah.
There's like rain pounding on the windows, and it's dark at 3:30 or 4.
Yeah.
But we all live here for the summer anyway, right?
Well, yeah.
That's an event space, right? In the wintertime?
In
You
the
guys
summer,
sleep in-
yeah.
Or in the summertime. You
Yeah.
guys rent it out.
Yeah, that's a separate entity. We just help them sometimes, but yeah, they do weddings, and I think there was a prom there one time. I don't know. There's a lot. And then in the winter, it's all boat storage.
Winter. Okay, add it backwards. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What was the first beer you brewed at Narrows?
I brewed a 1 barrel of a Belgian blonde ale, like right when I got there. And it was cool.
Do you like Belgians?
Yeah, I do. I like the lower alcohol ones, but like a Belgian pale ale is one of my favorites. Terrace Bulba is insane. It's so good. But yeah, like a 5% Belgian blonde is great. But the higher alcohol stuff, I try to shy away from.
The quads?
Yeah, they're good, but it's like a few sips and then. But I hate the glasses. Like everyone thinks the glasses are cool, but like they're awful to drink out of. It's like a bowl on a stem, and it just spills everywhere. I don't know.
It's hot in your hands.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Have you been to Belgium?
I have, yeah. I spent like a week in Bruges and toured Rodenbach.
Did you tell them you hate their glassware?
No.
You should put this in something else.
We make like these
Can I get a real glass?
shaker pints.
Can I just
Ergonomically.
a real
You can't break it even if you want to.
I don't know how much you guys know about beer, but
glass is terrible. Rodenbach, though, that's cool. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Love that stuff. That's good.
Oh,
that was really disappointing.
producer,
A little rubbery.
producer Dougie Fresh just snapped a carrot, so it must be time for a commercial break. We'll be right back.
That's the new thing we're doing?
Hi, this is Eric Hanberg, co-founder of Channel 253 and host of Citizen Tacoma.
I'm Doug Mackey, the sound guy.
And we are here because we are asking for your support for Channel 253 with a membership. $4 a month or $40 a year truly helps us keep this operation going.
And if you're feeling particularly generous, we do have another level that is $253 a year.
That's right, the Tacoma level. Whatever level works for you, you can support us. Keep us going. Keep the podcast flowing. We truly appreciate your support. Channel253.com/membership is the place to sign up.
And if you remember already, thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. We want to give a quick shout out to Channel 253, our sugar daddy. Channel 253 seeks to assemble the best podcasts about Tacoma, whether about politics, news, culture, food, sports, or alpha acids. They want to tell the whole story of Tacoma one episode at a time. A monthly membership or an annual membership would mean the world to them and us, and will ensure Channel 253 is able to continue to create great podcasts and events for you. Check them out at channel253.com/membership.
Thank you, Ron.
Okay, we're here with Parker Resch, owner and head brewer at Narrows Brewing, perched above the Tacoma Narrows Waterway and soon Tacoma's Proctor District.
Oh,
Yeah, you kind of glazed over that whole thing in the first. Oh, you're going to
Well,
talk
because
a
I'm
lot
going to hit
about
on
it
the
now?
second part.
I know, just like for people not.
has a plan.
I
people
should have given you
listening.
the syllabus. So, Parker, before we get into that, I want to know how you made Narrows your own. So there was one ownership and a couple other brewers, and then you came in, and everything is pretty much changed.
Yeah.
For the
Tell us about that process.
It was challenging at first, but Narrows was doing, when I got there, they were doing a lot of one-off IPAs, very hazy IPA forward. And I have always been a big advocate for lower alcohol beers that you can have a few of and not be drunk. I know we have 19 Qs here that are super strong, but
Ignore that.
Yeah.
that's kind of a separate
no
line
attention.
anyway.
Thank you very much.
But I wanted to brew a more diverse style portfolio of beers, and it was hazy IPAs and imperial stouts pretty much exclusively. And so we dove back into Octo and Highway 16, and we were like, okay, we're selling the most volume of these beers. We need to figure out how to make them great and not just, they kind of felt like an afterthought, even though they were the ones paying the bills at Narrows before. So we dove into the recipes quite a bit. We're pretty happy with where they're at now. And it's been a 5-year process of dialing in Octo and Highway. Highway 16 was a blonde ale for a long time, and we changed yeast, started making it a lager, and now it's like just a American premium lager. And it's the beer AJ and I drink all the time. It's our favorite. And Octo, we had a bunch of wheat in it. We tweaked that, changed up the hops, added Azaka to the dry hop. We started selecting the hops instead of just buying on the spot, and really happy with it too. It's not meant to blow anyone's socks off. It's supposed to be a fridge beer, but it should just be like a solid IPA.
That it is.
Thanks.
It's really nice. Very solid.
Thanks. Yeah. And then rebranding, we just kind of did everything. And it's 5 years later, it feels like it's finally ours now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
Did you hire a design company?
I did. My cousin, or my cousin's wife, I guess. I don't really. Do you know how that works? Cousin-in-law.
Cousin-in-law.
Twice removed in law.
She has a design firm, and that she started after she worked at Starbucks for a long time. And
Is that Hoffman Design?
it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Carol. Shout out Carol.
Shout out.
She's awesome, and she came up with the whole branding system. She designed the new cans. She created the format for our one-off beers or our 16-ounce labels, because before it was chaotic. And my biggest criticism was you can't tell that all of these are Narrows beers when they're on the shelf. And now there's a system. It all means something. Yeah, she did a fantastic job.
And the octopus is gone.
No, it's not.
It's hidden.
Oh, it's hidden
Right there.
Yeah.
And it's kind of textured.
Yeah.
I love this. Yeah, this part
Yeah.
is like textured.
That will be going away soon.
Wah, wah.
That's okay too. I still love the design's great. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so these are digitally printed cans from Kraft, and because they're spraying the ink on, you get some texture out of it. But
Like
when
wraps or stickers.
no, we're going to just like a full truckload of offset printed. So it's like the guy explained it like a temporary tattoo versus a real tattoo, and like the ink is integrated to the aluminum on like a Coca-Cola can or Freem cans or something like that.
Gotcha. So when did like kind of the rebrand happen? What year was that? Is that recent? Super recent.
Yeah, it was
2 years ago?
2 years ago. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay.
We launched it on our 10-year anniversary. That's what it was, and we'll be 12 this
12
summer.
this summer. Yeah.
Cool. I like it.
I know when Matt is going to be listening to this, he's going to say, "Why didn't you talk about the barley wine, dude?" So we're all drinking barley wine right
We
now.
are.
And it's Fort George's one big holiday. It is a spiced barley wine with chestnuts in it from Astoria.
That's why.
So cheers, everyone.
Mhm.
And thanks,
Cheers.
Sean.
Yeah.
Sean Jackson,
Cheers, Sean
the
Jackson.
inspiration.
Yeah, always our good buddy
Yeah.
Sean.
There's spices and there's chestnut.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Christmassy.
That goes down
Merry
easy,
Christmas,
doesn't it?
Bethany.
Yeah,
It's really nice. Christmas in what month are we in?
May.
May.
Christmas in May.
Christmas in
Yeah.
May.
Mm-hmm.
What was the inspiration to open up a second tap room in Proctor?
We started talking to a lot of, I guess it's just our friends really, but everyone said we're too far away, which is wild. My sister lives over by Point Defiance, and she's like, yeah, we'd come down, but you're kind of far, kind of out of the way.
Lakewood's on the other side of the world.
yeah. And then, she's like maybe 2 minutes closer to Proctor than our current location or our flagship location. So I think we're on the other side of the train tracks, literally.
Yeah.
And I think there's a mental block to go down there. And we're not by anything other than Boathouse 19.
Right.
So nobody stumbles into Narrows, really.
Destination. I think that's it more than the actual distance.
Yeah.
It's just because we used to
Feels
live in
like
Fort Crest and
more.
we're down
Right.
at Boathouse or Narrows way more
Yeah,
often.
driving 2 miles and I have to be next to the water is,
Yes.
not,
terrible.
Yeah.
It's a real pain in the ass.
Yeah. It's just it's a mind thing. It's just like it's so
No,
far.
I do have another question that just popped in my head. When you come down, right before you go across the tracks, on the left-hand side is that old building.
That little-
What is that?
I have no idea.
What will it be?
I have no
It could be
idea.
a super cool speakeasy.
I know.
What are you going to turn it into?
Yeah.
They have that. It's on the sign. It says like a crystal. I think it's Crystal Creek Pottery, and the windows have been boarded up since I can remember.
Wow.
Like
Forever.
at least
Yeah,
20
it's just,
years.
but you always look
Yeah.
at it and you're like, oh, what is
Yeah.
that?
The guy redid the roof like a couple months ago, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was up on the
Oh.
like awning, re-roofing it, and I was like, okay, maybe something is gonna happen here. Maybe
Okay.
it'd be cool. I'd love for them to open a pottery studio there.
Pottery, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So I want to know, what's the Proctor's layout, the food possibilities? What will you be tapping? Your complete events calendar for the year.
Oh, good.
Your pint prices. Will you be open on holidays? Will you have daily fresh sheets? Will you have table service? Will you have an Oktoberfest celebration? Are you sponsoring the Proctor Arts Fest? Do you know that you'll spend $400 on candy during Proctor Trick and Treat? Will you have a happy hour? Are you tapping Olympic Eagle distribution beers such as Bud Light, Kendrick Lamar, or
Coors
Drake?
Light.
You don't have to answer all those.
Yeah.
Pick one or
Especially the
two.
last one.
I don't know. Probably Kendrick Lamar.
So how many taps you gonna
So
have?
We're gonna have 12 beer taps, 4 cider taps, and then 4 wine taps.
Who's
Four
installing
wines.
it?
Oh!
Funk Busters.
That
We're
is the right
super
answer.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah,
Very,
same.
very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it's
What
gonna
were
be
the other questions?
all those were just
Because that's what
Yeah.
you get. Those are the questions you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
food.
No food. Well, minimal amounts of food. We'll have charcuterie, snack
Nice.
mix, maybe a soft pretzel
Mhm.
later down the road.
And then can people bring food in or
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
like a
And
true
we're
tap
working
room.
on getting like a permanent spot designated by the city for a food truck.
Where are you gonna put that?
Where?
Right
On
in
top?
front. Right
On
in
top of
front.
the building?
Really?
Yeah, so the city will allow you to designate a parking spot as a food truck as long as there's not a ton of pushback from our neighbors.
I was just going to say, as
Yeah.
somebody who lives in this neighborhood, good
Parking
luck
spot
with
on the
that.
Don't do a
I don't see it
panini
happening.
on the
They
street.
meet every morning at Starbucks.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I wish you luck, but
Thank
honestly,
you.
I don't think it's going to happen.
We're working on it. Mary and Marissa, who works for us, they're working on it. It sounds like it's going to work, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be so cool.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be because Proctor has never had that. Downtown they have it, but not up
Mhm.
here.
Just no hot sandwiches, right?
Just
We won't,
Don't do
we won't be
paninis.
doing paninis. No. No paninis.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
And so you're doing build out right now. How's it
Yeah.
going?
It's going well. We're shooting for the first week of June.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fast.
Yeah. I have a good friend that has.
I was going to say, it helps when you
Super
know some
confident.
people who know
Okay,
some people.
I don't
Yeah.
want to talk shit, but their quote was ridiculous. And so me and my friend are
That's
doing all the work.
hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They wanted
That's
way too
awesome.
much money to remodel that space, and so
Mhm.
we were like, "We'll do it ourselves." But yeah, my dad is helping. He's cutting some live edge wood for the bar top and some tables. So yeah, it should look nice.
Excellent.
So you're not busy at all right now. You're like,
Uh-uh.
you got
No,
tons
sure.
of free time.
Matt
to
emailed
do a
me and I was like, I
podcast.
have so much free
Yeah.
time on Wednesday.
I love nothing more to put something else on my schedule.
Well, thanks for taking time to do
Yeah.
this.
No, actually, we have a
I'm
drywaller
hoping,
in there right now. So I
I'm
can't
hoping
do
you're
much.
going to bring one off Wednesdays up here.
We are. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Because I never get a chance to get down there because of the podcast.
Yeah. We'll be doing one off Wednesdays here and in the original location.
So I can just walk drunkenly out of here to your place and then home.
And then home.
Tell
Yeah,
us
yeah.
about one-off Wednesdays.
One off Wednesdays is something that we kept since we took over the business. It's a new beer every Wednesday, which I'm sure you realize how much of a pain in the ass that can be.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, it's easy. And then
Yeah.
no, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's part of why we recently bought it, or like 2 years ago, bought a 3-barrel system. And so we can always be trialing new ingredients and then release it as the one-off Wednesday. So AJ's bringing like 2 or 3 days a week to keep up with it all. But
Nice.
we're excited about
That's
it.
good news.
And it should help with the, should just help with the pull through of all the beers. So
Yeah. What's on the brewing schedule right now?
Ooh, we are making a collaboration with Pint Defiance and the city of Fircrest to bring back Fircrest
Fircrest.
Hazy IPA.
Yeah, nice.
the-
Are you going to bring it back? All the neighborhood beers?
We are, yeah. We
Excellent.
already released Proctor.
Yes, thank you.
The timing wasn't quite right.
No.
We were close to announcing, but not quite. And so, but it was already on the schedule, so we did it anyway. But yeah, we're doing Fircrest in the summer, and then we'll be doing Stadium, and then 6th Ave.
Yeah, I love that series.
Yeah,
It's so clever, too.
it's a cool series. Yeah. And we're changing up some of the beer styles. We're doing a West Coast Pilsner for Stadium, I believe, and then a West
They're
Coast.
so West
IPA.
Coast.
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Out there. Nice.
West Coast Pills.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Is it going to be 21 and over?
Yes. Yep. That was a big debate within the Narrows family, and we finally came to the conclusion. But a lot of people want, kids are great, but
We know.
yeah, I'm not going to justify it.
Everybody knows.
We don't have to have that
Your own kids are
conversation.
great.
Yeah.
If you're not drinking Narrows beer, what are you drinking? What do you like to drink?
Ooh. This Larrabee's fantastic. I always go for people's like pale lagers. Lowercase's Italian Pilsner is still one of my favorite beers ever made. But yeah, I'm like a very adventurous drinker. I'll try just about anything. Yeah, I don't like keep I don't keep Sierra Nevada Pale in my fridge or something like that. Like I don't just try new stuff all the time. But Modelo, honestly, is like
There it is.
Wait, Especial or
Especial.
Okay.
Both are great, but yeah.
okay, all right.
Nice. We just did a Cinco de
We did.
Mayo thing
We did.
last week.
It was fun.
Did you celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
No, I didn't.
Because he was over there.
He was over there.
Sawing.
Yeah. Monday's
Pounding
tough.
nails.
It's hard to like want to go out on a Monday.
Yeah, maybe next year will be a better day of the week.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Should be. Yeah.
about-
Hopefully
What
it'll
about
be-
one-off Mondays?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it'll be something else.
Oh man. All right.
So Doug just flipped me off. So either he found out his favorite OnlyFans star moved her feet pics to subscription only, or it's time for fuck-up stories.
All right, Grain and Grainers. I'm Sean Jackson, and I fuck up all the God-blessed time, as we all do. So, please do regale us with your fuck-up stories.
Parker, do you have any fishing fuck-up stories?
Yeah. I have a lot.
We'll start with fishing and then we'll go to brewing.
Okay. Fishing, it's kind of a convoluted, long story, but we had a day. It was like my third season running a boat, and we caught way too many fish in one set. So the net was sinking because there were so many fish in it. And the set I made, the tide was pushing us out of the district. I freaked out. I didn't know what I was doing, and somehow got the net wrapped in the prop of the boat. And then the way the tide moved, we started bouncing on the bottom of the ocean or the river mouth, I guess. And then I
There's more? There's more.
yeah.
Are we
It's
done?
not quite done yet. And then I dropped the anchor because I was like, we're going to go over and we're dead in the water. And then the anchor broke. And a guy I fished with came and towed us off the beach and then gave us his anchor. And then we dropped the anchor. I had to dive on the boat at like midnight and cut all the net out of the prop.
Oh.
And then we sold our fish and went fishing like 3 hours later. That was, and we all thought we were gonna die.
I was just going to ask. So,
Oh.
can the fish take the boat down because it's so much, or do you just are you able
Yeah.
to? Are you,
Yeah, explain it. Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
able to
explain
like
it more.
lose, like drop the fish or drop the net or whatever to?
Not really. So I mean, we're trying to avoid getting a ticket. So there's like Alaska. They're called state troopers, but And anyway, they're on little boats out there, like patrolling. And if you break the rules, they write you like a $5,000 to $10,000 ticket.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not like a fine.
Yeah.
And so we really didn't want that to happen.
And the ticket would be for
So
too
if we
big of a catch?
No, if we cut
for-
our net free. And because what they
Oh.
don't want to have happen, which makes a ton of sense, is if a net just like floats, it just fills up with fish and kills a bunch of fish, and we don't get to eat them.
Gotcha,
And they don't get to
gotcha.
reproduce.
Okay.
So like
I see.
it's not optimal. And then they
Wow.
fine you for that. So we were trying to avoid that. And
And you were talking about drifting out of the district. So the opening was in that district, and if you went out of it, that was illegal as
Is that
well.
another?
correct. Yeah.
I used to work on a tender.
Oh, nice. In Bristol Bay?
No, up in Puget Sound.
Oh, right on. Cool.
That's done literally everything.
yeah, he has.
Absolutely everything.
I pitched fish in the hole, in the ice,
Yeah.
when the suction thing didn't work.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
I have no idea what you just said.
I don't either.
Is that a fuck-up story?
Yeah.
For another time.
Another time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's when me from the waist down went completely numb for like almost an hour, and I thought I would never feel anything below my waist again.
Okay.
Wow.
scary.
Yeah, but that's
That's a whole nother.
Like I was saying,
conversation.
fishing's really fun.
People love it. It's so much.
onto the beer fuck up.
I'm glad you guys didn't die, and it,
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
did
it's
turn
good.
out okay. I bet the dive wasn't fun.
That
to
was
get
terrible.
the-
Yeah, you know how
Net
people are
out.
like, "Oh,
Crazy.
we're going to Hawaii. Let's go scuba diving."
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm permanently scarred from scuba diving.
People, yeah, I mean, I'm sure people do that in Alaska, but that's not what people think of when they think of a fun scuba diving
No.
journey.
No.
Not a
Cold
thing.
water hanging onto the keel of a boat. With
Well,
a-
and you said it was midnight,
midnight.
right? It was,
yeah, it was dark
Super
too.
dark.
Yeah.
Did you have a brew day go awry?
Yeah, well, my most recent fuck up story with the brewing business is not really about beer. So remember how I was like, these are going to change? We ordered a full truckload of printed Octo cans, which is not cheap. And I approved the artwork without the UPC on it.
Ooh, right.
And
The whole room is just like, oh.
yeah. So we found a solution. We think it's going to be fine. But that was a big, big fuck up.
Wow.
Not as fun of a story, though.
How many cans are in a truckload just for
300,000.
Oh my.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of
cans.
stickers to put on
That's a
individual
lot of
cans.
Yeah.
Cancel your weekend plans. We're stickering the cans.
Yeah.
Bethany, did you ever do that?
No, I no. Steve did most of the ordering of
Okay.
the can stuff. Yeah, and we had like the labeler. Had to like label all the cans or bottles, I guess, back then. Way back when.
Way back in the
Yeah.
So long
day.
ago. Yeah.
Do you have a fuck up story?
Yeah, I do, unfortunately. So we're in the middle of like doing a little slight rebrand. We're going to keep the Funk Busters, but we're going to have kind of start expanding our services, and we're doing like an umbrella company. And so we hired a marketing person, and they did not pan out at all. It's been just like this like icky feeling the whole time we've been working with them, and we've already paid them, and it's like so we sent the breakup email of like, hey, can we get a little bit of a refund? Like, we know you've been working hard, thank you, but this might not be a good fit. And now we haven't heard anything, and we've been ghosted, so I think we lost
boy.
thousands
Working
of dollars.
hard.
Yeah.
Working hard.
Yeah, it
That makes
sucks.
me sad.
It's kind of, it's very unseen work, and I guess you gotta like really, pick someone you trust when you hire a marketing team.
Shoot, yeah.
Is the moral of the story.
Hmm.
Well, it's really sad.
That's really frustrating.
That's not a good way to end it. Do you have a really funny outro?
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right.
We don't know. I know, right? He needs a.
All right, Grit and Grainers. Email us at cheers@gritandgrainpodcast.com with your comments, opinions, and the real reason why Narrows Brewing is opening a location in the Proctor District. They know the future. The polar ice caps will melt, covering lower Earth with water. Those who have survived will climb 19th Street to the Proctor District or dry land. The mariner, Parker Rush, a brewer, will sail the Earth in this trimaran looking for brewing ingredients.
Trimaran.
We read and drink everything we receive, and we try to respond as fast as we can, if not online, then on air. You can subscribe to Grit and Grain on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, and iHeartRadio, and please leave us a review. Also, check us out on channel 253 and the gritandgrainpodcast.com. Douglas. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for episode notes, beer news, and beer haikus such as I'll be a son of a bitch. Gravedigger just jumped 12 cars. 2 bush apples, please. If this podcast is not what you expected, please alter your expectations. It's crazy that Mother's Day is only 40 beers away. No such thing as a bad time to visit Tacoma.
Nope.
No such thing as
No.
too much barley wine. Tune in next Friday for more sweet chatter. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thanks for
God.
having me.
Yeah, excellent.
Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us at Grit and Grain Podcast wherever you get your social media and catch new episodes every Friday. Cheers.
Good up.
Channel 253 is member supported. I'm producer Doug Mackey, and I hope you will show your support by going to channel253.com/membership and join. Thank you. Grit and Grain is part of the Channel 253 podcast network. Check out our other shows: Nerd Farmer, Move to Tacoma, Interchangeable White Ladies, What Say You, Citizen Tacoma, and Kitchen 253.
This is Channel 253.